Hi students, how are you? I hope all of you fine. Now we are going to learn a new book, that is history. From this book we are going to learn our second chapter, New Kings and Kingdoms. Through this chapter we are learning about the emergence of new dynasties. By the 7th century there were many big landlords or warrior chiefs. The existing kings often called them as Samandas. Then what is the Samanda? Samanda means the big landlords or warrior chiefs who were ruled under the existing kings. What is the Samanda? Samanda is the big landlords or warrior chief who were ruled under the existing kings. They brings a lot of gift to their kings, who the Samandas. The Samanda gained more wealth and power also with the help of kings. So the Samanda offered a lot of gift to the kings, and as a result the kings give them a lot of wealth and power. And as a result, sometimes they were big and bigger landlords. Therefore, later periods they themselves called as Mahasamanda or Mahamandaleshwara. As they acquiring more wealth and power, they would like to be independent. The Mahamandaleshwara or Mahasamanda means great landlord of a circle or reach. And when they gained more power and wealth, they began to fight against their landlords or kingdoms and become independent. For example, the Rashtrakuta kingdoms of Deccan. First, they were the subordinate of Chalukyas of Karnataka, but in the mid of the 18th century, Dandidurga, a new Rashtrakuta chief, overthrew the Chalukya king and performed Hiranyagarbha. Then you may have emerged a doubt, what is the Hiranyagarbha? It literally means golden womb. This performance means the person who would like to be a chief or king would donate a golden pot to a Brahmin. And then the donor performs some rituals by praising the Lord Hiranyagarbha or Vishnu. Then the performer enter into the golden womb and then continuing the rituals which are giving for a pregnant woman. Then the donor come out from the pot and consider this as a rebirth, and he began to call as the born of Hiranyagarbha. During that period, a lot of new type of kingdoms arose all over the India. There were Gurjara Pratiharas, Chahmanas or Chauhans, Rashtrakutas, Palas, Chera, Chola, and also the Pandyas. Then we have to check some of them. Gurjara Pratihara ruled first at Ujjain and later at Kanuj of Rajasthan. The ruling age is from 8th century to 11th century. It is believed that this dynasty is founded by Harishchandra and its capital is at Kanuj. They were the Brahmins at first, and later they took arms or they transformed as kings. Second one is Chahmanas. They ruled the present part of Rajasthan. Their capital is the Shakambhari. The Chahmana dynasty is founded by Govindaraja and their ruling period was between 6th to 12th century of CE. And likewise the Rashtrakuta kingdom. They were ruled in between the 6th to 10th century. Their capital is the Manyaketa. And they were ruled the area of Karnataka. The founder of Rashtrakuta dynasty is Dandidurga. He is also known as Dandivarman. Likewise, another dynasty of South India is the Chera kingdom. The founder of Chera kingdom is the Kulashekara Varman. The Chera empire dividing into three sections. First one is the early Cheras. Their capitals were Tondi, Musris, and also the Vanji. Later, the Kongu Cheras. Their capital also was Vanji. And last was the Perumals. And their capital was the Mahodayapura. Another famous dynasty is the Chola dynasty. It is the longest ruling dynasty in world history also. The dynasty capital of early Cholas were Pombuzhar, Urayur and Tiruvarur. The medieval Cholas capital were the Palayarai, Tanjavur and Gangaikonda Cholapuram. The Chola Empire begins from the medieval Chola. The whole Chola dynasty ruled from the period of 3rd century BCE to the 13th century of Common Era. It is considered as Vijayala as the founder of Chola dynasty. And next one is the Pandya dynasty. Their capital is the Korkai, Madurai and also Tangashi. A part of Sri Lanka were also ruled by them. And it is considered that from the 12th century onwards or in between the 12th and 14th century they ruled over the South India. Even though the empire is mentioned in many inscriptions, it is believed that Maharavarman Sundara I is the founder of Pandya supremacy in South India in the early 13th century of Common Era. So now we learn about the different type of ruling dynasties emerged during the medieval India. And you must have to learn the particularities of these dynasties now. In the next class, I will teach you about the another features, administrative features and also the art and architecture, etc. in the next class. Okay, I hope all of you listened the video and you understood the video. Thank you for all. Bye.